how does our brain cooperate in our experience of happiness? That there are 4 chemicals identified with happiness. These are called the dose chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. Let us understand, and these will give us an idea of the varieties of happiness. So let's start off with endorphins. Endorphin basically means endomorphine. Morphine is a painkiller that is given to mask pain. So for example, if you are having a terrible pain somewhere, the doctor will inject morphine to mask it. And endomorphine, endorphin, means internally produced morphine. Its function is to mask the pain you experience in physical exercise. So when you engage in physical exercise, the muscles, they convey pain signals. The body tissues, etc., the bodily parts, the joints, they all convey pain signals, but the endorphin masks it. And that's why people continue to exercise. In fact, they enjoy the exercise. So there's a thing called the runner's high. Runners, they get the endorphin kick. It makes them feel euphoric because of this happiness chemical that is getting secreted, that is leading to the runner's high. And the day they are not able to run or exercise, they experience withdrawal symptoms. Those who are regular in their exercise, one day that misses out, they feel really bad about it. Incomplete. Why? They did not get the endorphin kick on that day. So it's a withdrawal symptom like a drug addict. This is the chemical called endorphin. And the second chemical is oxytocin. So oxytocin is the social bonding chemical. In social interactions, it gets secreted, making you feel good about it. That is why man is a social animal, says, because the oxytocin is making you enjoy interpersonal interactions. When a mother hugs her little baby, there's such a flow of oxytocin making her feel so good about it. This oxytocin, the social bonding chemical. Now the third one, dopamine. This is the deluding chemical. Earlier on, people thought it is responsible for happiness. In fact, if somebody's brain is not secreting dopamine, that becomes a primary cause for depression. The dopamine creates the desires. Only problem is, dopamine gives an anticipation of happiness, but never a fulfillment. So we human beings, we create desires because of dopamine. It promises. Dopamine does 2 things. It gives you a promise. If you get that object of your senses, the ice cream cake, and you can bring your tongue in touch with it and enjoy the taste, oh, there will be so much of happiness. And if you don't get the ice cream cake, then you are in tension. So dopamine creates tension. Unless I get the object of my desire, I'll suffer a result worse than death. And if I get it, there will be so much of happiness. The problem is, when you get the object, the desire goes for a moment. And then again it arises. So again you have this tension, I need to get rid of this tension, this desire is giving me so much of anxiety, and if I can get that object, then I'll get my happiness. So you're just going from one desire to the next, to the next, to the next. And all this marketing environment, the social media, etc., it is just kicking the dopamine in the head until people realize, oh my God, I want this stimulation, then the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. So now people don't have the patience to look at one reel in Instagram for more than 3 seconds. But this is all the dopamine. It fools us. There is the story of Swamiji Rishi. Swamiji Rishi was such a great sage. He used to immerse himself in the river Yamuna and engage in samadhi. And then one day he saw 2 fish mating. And he thought, oh my God, there must be happiness there. So he went out of his samadhi and he said, I need to marry. He went to Ayodhya. The king of Ayodhya was Mandhata. He entered the palace and Mandhata saw this great sage. Welcome, Maharaj. You are blessing us with the dust of your lotus feet. So Swamiji said, Rajan, give me the hand of one of your daughters in marriage. Mandhata had 50 daughters. He cut his head. Oh my God. Now whichever daughter I am married to this old emaciated rishi, her life will be ruined. So Mandhata played a trick. He said, oh sage, so be it. Let's do it like this. I'll bring them all in front of you. Whichever selects you, you do varan of that daughter. I'll give her hand to you. Mandhata's trick was that nobody will select this Buddha. But Swamiji understood the trick. So he did a counter trick. He said, all right, Rajan, not today, tomorrow. In one day, by his yogic prowess and the power of his austerities, he made himself extremely handsome. What to talk of Mr. Universe, Mr. World. And he came there. Now Mandhata brought the 50 daughters, all of them selected. Father, this is the one I was looking for. This marriage is made in heaven. So Mandhata had to give all his daughters. He had given his word. Now his worry is compounded. How will he stay with 50 of them? So the story is in the Bhagavatam. Swamiji Rishi's yogic abilities did not end there. He created 50 bodies for himself. And he manifested 50 palaces. So that he stayed in each palace with each queen. But the plot thickens. From each queen he had 10 children. And those 10 children had further 10 children. Now the Bhagavad says thousands of years went by. And one day, Swamiji started doing some contemplation. Self-analysis, Atma-Nirikshan. And he said, where was I? I used to sit in the river Yamuna in Samadhi. And this dopamine really fooled me. There is going to be happiness there. I chased it and chased it and chased it. Never found any fulfillment. So he conveyed a message to human beings. He said, oh humankind, aho imam pashyam me vinasham, look what happened to me. What ability do you have to enjoy the world? I tried with yoga bal but found no satiation. Dopamine fools us to make all the wrong decisions. Whether it comes to eating the healthy food versus that, chocolate chip ice cream, whether it comes to exercising or becoming a couch potato and watching Netflix, etc. It's all this dopamine that is responsible. Now the fourth one. This is serotonin. Serotonin is the chemical that gives you good feeling. While dopamine thrills but doesn't fulfill, serotonin calms the neurons, makes you feel good about yourself. Serotonin could be produced in a few ways. One of them is laughter. When you laugh, the brain secretes serotonin, you feel good. Well, that is why in any yogic regimen, hasyasana, the laughter pose, is an essential part. But the interesting thing is, for the production of serotonin, if you can't make it, you can fake it. Means the brain doesn't care whether you fake the laughter or you actually did it. The laughter will make you feel good. Let's try it out. We will laugh with all our might, lifting our hands along with me. So you got, everybody is feeling good, right? So serotonin, the brain, makes you feel good. It's also good for your health. Serotonin gets secreted when you feel good about yourself. How do you feel good? Intuitively, we all realize we need to be better. There's a program God has written in our soul which informs us, I have still not become as I need to become. I have yet not done what I need to do. I am yet not feeling as I need to feel. Our soul is pushing us forward. You need to improve yourself. When we strive to improve, we feel good about ourselves. That leads to the secretion of serotonin. It's not even how good you are, but the delta that you are trying for. You are here, you are trying to get there. You are here, you are trying to get there. Because it's an incremental growth. So as long as you are trying your best, the serotonin will get created. See the